haven't yet renewed your vehicle disc and driving license, the clock is ticking. Drivers are urged to do so before the end of August 2021, and government says it will not be implementing any further extensions, as has been the case since 2020. Now, Gauteng Roads and Transport MEC, that's Mr. Jacob Mamabolo, joins me now to tell us more about this. Thank you so much, MEC, for your time, and good morning to you. Now, I'm sure we both know that the reality on the ground is that there might be a lot of Gauteng residents that don't make the deadline. I mean, are you aware of this as the Gauteng Department of Transport? And what seems to be then the intervention? Should this definitely be the case come end of August?
Well, firstly, good morning to you, to all the viewers. I would like to thank you for giving me this opportunity. The reality of the matter is that we are, yes, fast approaching the deadline of the end of August. And in this province, we are very much pleased with the progress that we have made thus far, although there's still a big number of people that have not as yet renewed their licenses. I'm saying this because from January to end of July, we have put into the system 500,000 license applications have been processed. And we have issued slots since January to people without them asking for them. 130,000 were not responded to. In the total number of slots, almost 5% of them have been taken up. I would like to assure the motorists in Gauteng and every driver license holder who might have not renewed their licenses that, you know, if there is no extension, and of course the matter is not in our hands, we are hard at work in partnership with the Road Traffic Management Corporation, the National Department, to make sure that, you know, we work with the people to allocate them slots, to make sure that they are able to get the slots, and to make sure that our processes, which currently are not efficient, works much more better. We know that there's an outcry about the end-to-end process, that it is not efficient.
Right.
But I would like to say to them that we will do our best to make sure that with the solutions we have put in place, extra hours, working during weekends, we should be able to help people in case there is no extension. If there was to be an extension by the minister, it will be a great relief. It will also give us an opportunity, you know, to do what could be done. But at this point, I think the position is we're not sure if there's going to be an extension or not, but we know this was the last extension. But we're quite confident that we should be able to help and assist them.
All right. MEC, if I could just jump in there. I mean, what do you know and make of, you know, obviously some of the companies and people who book licenses, you know, and dates on people's behalves through these companies? Some people say they're quite pricey. It's not a cheap route to take. And it seems that certain, you know, residents saying this might be the only way to get a booking.
Yes, so the approach we are working on is that that's why we have created a pre-booking system where we give you a slot, because we are working on the principle that people want to comply with the laws. We have got data on the eNCA system. The information is there. We know whose license is expiring when, and it should be the most simple, easiest, efficient and effective and affordable thing to do to renew a license, because this is having a devastating impact on the economy, on people that want to buy cars, on people that want employment, on you know, the freight industry that depend on licenses. So the approach we are taking is that with the pre-booking system, and remember, we went into partnership with the media to say, let's encourage people to take up the slots. We paid money way before the deadline and said to people, we know on the eve of the deadline, people will be coming and say they've not got their slots. We have 130,000 of them there that don't have slots, and I'm quite sure that they are part of the people that are complaining. So the point I'm making is we are working on an approach, and this we will announce. People shouldn't be battling for slots, but when we give them the slots, they must take them up, please.
Okay, so we know at this point that the grace period will not be extended. At least, you know, you don't have the manner to make that kind of decision as, you know, Gauteng yes. Transport Department. You're still waiting on National Department to advise on that decision. So if that grace period still is not extended, this then obviously means if not everybody gets a slot, people are forced to drive with expired discs and expired driving licenses. Unfortunately, that is the reality that you will be faced with. What then will be the consequences that these drivers face?
Let me say 2 points. One is that we are exploring, and I'm saying this very carefully, that because we have this capacity where people can now approach us to get slots, we are looking at creating a communication platform where now people can say, I've been looking for a slot. You're saying you are allocating slot without people asking for them. Give me a slot. So people who have not been able to renew, the 130,000 that are out there can come to us and say, give me a slot, and we have a system, a capability, we have tested it, it's working, we can give them a slot. Secondly, those people who will be on the wrong side of the law, obviously in that case, the law will take its course unless, you know, there's some other option that people could be given, but the law will take its course. And as I'm saying to you, people shouldn't panic. You can always approach us and say, I need to make my booking, and we'll be able to help them. If law enforcement stop you and you have really demonstrated that you have contacted us, you are waiting for a slot, and you can demonstrate that communication. I think it should be something, because we don't, law enforcement don't just want to arrest people, they also want to work with people, show that you are taking an effort. But I'm saying to you, the reality of the matter is that law enforcement officers will then stop you, and they'll want to know why your license is not renewed. But I want to assure people that if they, and of course, this is something that we will announce before the deadline itself come, depending on what, because I'm quite sure that Minister may consider addressing the nation on this issue, and then we will make an announcement. But I want to assure the residents of Gauteng that we will work with them, and just we did build partnership with the media, we can look at also working with the media to say, people who say they don't have slot, give them to us, we can book them the slot. So what we need now is cooperation and partnership and working together to find a solution, and the blame game, finger pointing, acrimonious type of engagements. We will find a better way forward. I'm quite sure about that.
I think that's what drivers want to hear, a better way forward, so they don't have to struggle with, of course, being on the road. Gauteng Roads and Transport MEC Jacob Mamabolo, I thank you for your time.